Oh, right, his name. Nah, think I'll pass. Didn't pay attention to Raditz when he was growing up.
Oh yes, and we both know how he turned out.
Hey there, Kakarot. It's your daddy. Let's see what kind of power level we've got here. All right. Whoa! 10,000! That's my boy! Wait, Broly? Here we go. Kakarot. Two! Crap. There is no possible way this day could get any more disappointing.
Yo, it's lit, man. It's the hit, man. I hope you guys are having a good day. I got him. I'm ready. I got him done. I did it off camera. That's usually not like me. I try to do easy A's on camera. Okay, I got him off camera. I did it within like an hour or like half an hour. I love the 10 stage easy A's. Let's go through my Bardock. Let's see what he does. He's fully easy 8, of course. Come on, you know he's SA25. I have no problem throwing Kaz at a good Bardock. His super attack effects and all that change, you know how he is. His new passive, I'm gonna leave that up in case you want to try to read that while I'm talking. I gave him a level 14 additional. I do want him to get multiple supers off. I had him at 68% just in because I was like, one day this Bardock I'm gonna want to easy, like he's gonna easy A. If summonable LR, this was like 2 months ago. I was like, if summonable LRs are easying, he's gonna easy A one day. And I know I don't use him now, and I had no problem with him at 55% because I knew he wasn't like a great LR. So I decided, you know, I'm gonna just let it sit there until we find out what he's gonna do. He got an easy 8. I would argue literally over a year before I ever thought it was even a true like possibility. So I'll definitely take that. He's a monster now. You guys know how he is. Level 5 crit. I gave him 2 in the bronze slot, a level 2 super attack boost. My silver equips for the physical typing are terrible. Average of Link level 5s. Let's get into it. I don't want to waste any more time. 24 key off rip. 6 out of 7 links active. You know he's linked up with this terrible. Yeah, he can't even crack 100k defense. This terrible LR Team Bardock, but LR Team Bardock will have to do for now. He's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about this guy at all. Infinite Dragon Ball History stage. I'm gonna take him through a couple turns on this team. 6.7. Yeah, I don't know, man. It gets me so lit to see that, bro. To see that from him, it's just the dopest thing. It is. It makes me really happy. He was so mediocre for so long. Saying mid is a normal insult, but mediocre, it has that underlying tone to it. So you really understand, like, he was just disappointing for years, and now he's a great unit. I think he's a top 15 unit in the game. He'll do his thing. He's just great. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna do a couple turns here. I'm about to get him without support after this next rotation. I'm going to then take him to the Goku family team. We're going to see him with a couple different supports, a couple different link partners. Even though his links are really easy to activate outside Team Bardock, his links are extremely easy to activate. What is it? Saiyan Pride, Prepare for Battle, Shattering the Limit, Team Bardock, Fierce Battle, or not Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, that's 5. I'm missing Saiyan Lineage, and is it Saiyan Warrior Race? It has to be Saiyan Warrior Race, right? But yeah, so we'll see him in a couple different setups. All right, here we go. Right here, a different turn, same defense, of course. I'm gonna float the. Okay, so without the extra couple of links from, say, what is that? Saiyan Pride. What? You know, whatever. He lost a bit of defense. Okay, he's still gonna get 24 key. Wow, I love that he's getting it so easily because the Team Bardock doesn't give key, right? Yeah, they don't give Team Bardock allies key, so he's doing this like naturally. You love to see it. I actually didn't think, I don't know. I mean, versus one enemy, he's a key battery. 6.1 mil without being linked up with Team Bardock. LR Broly is one of his more underrated partners because LR Broly and this Bardock right here, they're one of those they're just Saiyans. Like, this sounds weird to say, but I don't mean in terms of the category. I mean they're just a pure Saiyan in terms of their link set. Like, they don't have any of the shenanigan links. They both got Prepared for Battle. It's not like they got, I don't know, Golden Warrior and Over in a Flash, Shocking Speed, or what's a stew like Soul versus Soul, and you know, the Buu Saga link. I forget what that one's called. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're very straight to the point. Like they have very bland Saiyan link sets, even though of course Broly is a Super Saiyan, so he has Super Saiyan. You get what I'm saying? Like only 1 or 2 links are out of character for both of them. Like Broly Berserker is terrible, we know this, and then Bardock, Team Bardock is one of the worst because of its roster to how many characters actually have it. And this guy, I mean, like they're not in a good situation. These two cannot link up, of course. They have the same name. I'm trying to get Bardock's 12 key, but it's not gonna. Okay, let's see. You know what? This is interesting. So without any support, Bardock is at 120k defense without any links. Let's see what he does. I want to see. This is actually this is weird. It doesn't really make sense to do. Like, how often are you really gonna see a unit like him on his teams without any links active? Let's see what he does right here. Mine just says 12 key. 2 million. Okay, very basic. Okay, he settled down. He's pushing 200k defense though. He's at what, 210k? He greatly raises defense on this turn. He's at about 200 and... Did I do the math crazy? He's at about 190k. I'm tripping. He's somewhere near 190k. I just did quick math. I didn't really think it through. But yeah, he's somewhere in between 80 and 90k. But you know what? Let's just get straight to it. Let's go to the Goku family team. All right, here we go. Now we got Bardock on Goku. It's certain Infinite Dragon Ball history events. I always forget which stages do it and don't do it. Certain ones do the gimmicky stuff like this where they seal certain people. At least they didn't seal like the LR Bardock. We'll take it. So 117k defense. He has 6 out of 7 links active. He shares 4 out of 7 with this Bardock right here. If LR Bardock had Cold Judgment, instead of honestly, I'd trade it out for Saiyan Pride if you I'd trade it out for Saiyan Pride if you forced me to keep Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, and Team Bardock. But of course, primarily you'd want to get rid of Team Bardock. But I mean, he's the leader of the team, so I don't fault them. 4.7 mil. There's no support on this rotation. It's just links. That's pure links. So right under 5 mil. He's right under 5 mil. I just hope y'all are listening to me. He's right under 5 mil. He's raising his defense. He's doing all he has to do. And he's nowhere near. He still needs 3 more dupes before he'd be rainbowed. So I'm perfectly fine with what he's doing right now. If you're a Bardock fan like me, like I know Rose is a Bardock stan, you're just happy, you know? Like, you know what I was saying? I was on Twitter the other day, like before his EZA info came out, and I'm saying, like, as long as he's a great, because I know how they are. For some reason, every single Bardock, since like categories came out, has the restriction where they feel like they need to fight a Frieza or like a Wicked Bloodline type, or like a movie boss type. Like, you know, the STR one right here. He wants to fight movie bosses and Friezas and Golden Frieza, etc., etc. I hate that. Okay, so 138k defense, 4 links active right here. Let's put him in slot 1. You know what? Who cares? Yeah, let's put him in slot 1. He is supering extremely easily. Like, and not like basic super. It's to the point where sometimes you want to get his 12 key super for the sake of making sure he gets as much defense, 5.4, as much defense as possible. And it seems like you're not going to be able to do that too often. And I have no problem with that. I want to see now. This is when Bardock's pushing well over 270k defense. He's got to be somewhere around there. He's doing fine. I like this showcase so far. I'm impressed. You know, my man's Bardock is showing out. I'm one turning every phase. I should have got content more difficult than this because they can't do damage to me. It's not looking good. And then of course, I wanted B-Pan to... Oh, okay, so we're good. I was about to say I wanted B-Pan's active skill on a turn with LR Bardock, but we're good. But yeah, what was I saying? Every Bardock has a restriction against Friezas, and so I was like, bro, as much as I hate that mechanic, like that gimmick for every single Bardock unit, they're gonna give it to the LR. I know they will. And I was going back and forth with, I forget his name, APT guy, starts with a K. Cooler profile pic. He smart guy, good with math. I forget his name, but yeah, he was going back and forth with me, and I'm like, listen, as long as he had, it wasn't anything bad, by the way. I'm just saying, like, we were literally just talking about it, but as long as they give my man Bardock a great passive without having to fight a Frieza, I'll be okay. And then you guys see, I mean, he's a very good unit. I think he's top 15. I think he's top. If you don't think he's top 15, I'll settle for top 20. But a Bardock that's in top 20, I'm all for it, man. I'm honestly all for it. When's the last time we had a Bardock that was really a top 15 unit? Like, I don't remember what the landscape of the game looked like when this LR Bardock first released, but I do remember, like, off rip, we understood he wasn't too impressive. Okay, let's see what he does. 12 key, and his links are active. He has a good amount of links active. Let's see what he does right here. Well, we have to take a super first. But yeah, I was like, just make him great without having to fight a Frieza. That's the problem with AGL Bardock. This STR Bardock, as good as I think he's extremely underrated. Not like kind of under, I think he's extremely underrated. But this Bardock right here, the AGL EZA 2.44, so the dip is massive. One thing I did, as much as his attack stat is actually pretty high, 21,000 about when he's rainbowed, I knew that wasn't enough. It's weird. I was really hoping they've never done this for an LR, by the way. I was hoping they bumped his Colossal multiplier on his 12 key to Mega Colossal. They've never bumped it up, but they have units that have it on their 12 key. Majin Vegeta's 12 key does it. AGL Gohan's 12 key, or Int Gohan, excuse me. Int LR Gohan's 12 key does it, and he retained it, of course, upon EZing. Stuff like that. I wanted them to bump his up. He will be the first LR to do it. They didn't do it. I mean, it was a shot in the dark, you know. So we'll take what we got. But I knew his 12 key wasn't going to be too impressive, and they did well with it. He still has incentive to do additionals and to get his 12 key by greatly raising his defense and attack for one turn. If it was for 3 turns, oh gosh, stop it. I'm taking what I got, okay? But if it was for 3 turns, he'd be different. I'm just saying, he'd be extra different. But yeah, I really like the spot this Bardock is in. I'm not at all disappointed with how they did. It's just that well, I will say one thing that pisses me off. The other things are just like, oh, I wish. Those are whatever. One thing that pisses me off about. Damn it, man. This is the exact turn I wanted, bro. The health is under the restriction. Everything's fine. We're gonna have to settle, I guess. We're using both their active skills here. I wanted to get it with a full enemy of health so I can get most of Bardock's link active, but I guess it's just not gonna work out today. It is what it is. And then we're gonna fight a Frieza in a second, which is exactly what I was about to say for my gripe. The fact that it triggers as soon as Bardock sees Frieza, which I guess you could say, oh, it's accurate though. He tried to kill Frieza as soon as he started talking to him. Okay, cool. That's not the point. Let's 7.7. Try to kill Frieza as soon as he saw him. Yeah, whatever. Okay. If it was when fighting a Frieza, he gets the 100% attack buff, the 6 key and whatnot. I wish he got extra defense in a sense, but it's kind of whatever. When your health was below, say, 80%, because I feel like 80 is extremely reasonable. Below 80% or below 70%, that would be extremely beneficial. Because then it's like, at least you could argue you can see it late in difficult content, if that makes sense. Or if anything, lower the buff, right? Make it like a 60% attack buff, right? Hear me out. A 60% attack buff and 4 key when fighting a Frieza, but you have to be below 60. I'm done with this anyway. But you have to be below 60% HP. But it's not once only. It activates every single time there is a Frieza and you're below 60% HP. I feel like that'd be an interesting mechanic, right? All right, now we gotta fight a Frieza. We gotta scrap a Frieza. This is as perfect. This is on my first try too, so everything lined up as soon as I came into the event. This is perfect. So we have the support memory active. You know it only activates on turn 1. Then we have Bardock with the 2 LR Bardocks together, of course, the team and the physical final hope. Or I guess, if anything, technically he's the first hope, which it kind of makes me happier. That sounds dope. That seems fitting. The first hope of the Saiyan race. That's tough. I like that. He kind of kicked everything off. You guys know what I'm saying. But no, seriously, we have these two together. You guys know how they are already. Of course, 6 out of 7 links, 60% support. He's fighting Frieza. Demon time. 10.5. This is what I mean though. This massive 10.5 attack stat, right? If he was able to do this, but when you're below a certain HP threshold when fighting a Frieza, you could maybe say get to the later phases of that, you know, the full power Frieza and the newest Namek event. You could get to the later phases of his fight, and then let's say you get to the final form one, right? Where he has type advantage. So you're trying to kill that STR final form Frieza as fast as possible. You do that. And then you get his buff to trigger. He could possibly one shot whatever's left of that Frieza's health bar. I mean, you never know with a 10 mil attack stat. You have him on rotation, you have the Int Goku in the third slot, and maybe the STR Bardock I have here, who would actually do pretty well in that final form Frieza state. Well, I don't know, because the actual full power Frieza, let me be careful, because type disadvantage for a guy like that, it probably wouldn't work. So let me not lie. But no, seriously, you guys get what I'm saying. That's just my thing. Like, having it as soon as he sees Frieza really just isn't the best way to go about it to me. It just never was. It is what it is, though. That's how they did my boy. Hey, and I love my boy regardless. So right now, he's going to be over 200k defense. His defense is all right. Like, Majin Vegeta's defense is not... I'm not at all impressed with Majin Vegeta's level of defense. 7.7, and he's going to crit, by the way. He's gonna crit. I'm not impressed with AGL Majin Vegeta's defense at all from what I've seen. He sort of needs that mitigation from having a Kid Trunks on the team. Bardock here is not like that, okay? If Bardock's getting additional supers, I mean, he doesn't need them, but let's say he's getting his additional supers, he's doing his 12 key, stuff like that, he's fine. Honestly, he gets 2 12 key supers off, he's damn near untouchable, unless it's like the God event or something. So I'm perfectly fine with Bardock's level of defense. I like what I'm saying, man. I don't know that I have to. Honestly, I think I can say the showcase is over. I think I can. I really am. I'm so. It's joyous to see. I hope I use that word correctly. It makes me joyful to see a good Bardock in this age in the game. AGL Bardock was one of my most hyped units ever last year. Then I saw his info on the Dokkan now, and he's mid, man. He was mid. Off rip. Then the LR Bardock came out, the Team Bardock, and I'm like, hey, okay, so they may be a great free-to-play LR. No, they messed with that one too. And then, you know, the free-to-play Team Bardock came out right before that, and I'm like, oh, okay, we'll take that. Then that'll be a great... Nah, they're all mid now. They need an EZA just like the Ginyu Force, honestly. They got to look into working on that. You guys see what I'm saying? I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm always ready to bring you guys more content. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Consider liking, subscribing, all that for the Hitman. Hope you guys have a good day. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Hitman is out.